Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Enlightened Ignorance Podcast. I'm your host, J.Burnside, with my
Yo, yo,
co-host.
yo, 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 I'm back in this thing. It's been a while. I've been gone. I've been busy. I've been cooling.
Yo,
But
you've
we
been
in this
working.
thing.
You've been
Yeah,
working, bruh.
working, cooling, sweating, all of that at the same time.
Hey, man, I just thought about something. I
Well,
just thought about our birthday will be in like 5 days. 5 days
yeah,
away,
today
bruh.
is the 4th, I
Yeah,
believe.
yep, today is the fourth, man.
Well, technically, it'll be in the 4 because this day is pretty much over for me.
True.
This day is pretty much over for me. By the time I go to sleep and wake up, it's going to be just like that. So, yeah, 4 days.
Yeah, man. So how's your week, bro? It's
Uh,
busy.
It's actually been pretty cool. It's actually been pretty cool,
No
to
drama?
say the least. No, I will never have drama.
That's a fucking lie. But
I will never have drama.
anyway, so you ready to get to these topics, man?
Yeah, man. Let's talk about Little Boat, Lil Yachty, Yacht Man. Talk about that guy and Joe Budden. Do you think Joe Budden was too hard on him when he showed up for Everyday Struggle with Complex? Do you think Joe Budden was too hard on Lil Yachty? And mind you, Lil Yachty's 19. I mean, he's out here just having fun, just living life. Do you think Joe Budden was too hard on him?
Do I think Joe Budden was too hard on him? In
Like
my
how he came at him, like his approach, like he was going at him. Do you think Joe was out of line?
in my opinion, yeah, I think so. I think necessarily I think the reason why because he low key mad that a guy as popular as Lil Yachty is and as whack, in my personal opinion, as Lil Yachty is, getting so much of this recognition and so much of this fame, and he's an old head, so he don't get the appeal. So
Yeah,
yeah, and I it's like I don't know. I mean, okay, if going back to to that interview, I necessarily thought when I saw Joe Budden was going at Lil Yachty like that, I'm like, calm down.
yeah. Calm down.
The guy is 19 years old. He don't know everything about the business. He's necessarily learning about the business, and he jumping on him like, "Oh, you a rapper? You should know what a 360 deal. You should know what money you making. You should know what your business and this and that." You got Lil Yachty like, chill. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean, Lil Yachty was very calm too.
Yeah, but I do agree, Joe Budden, on one thing though. He do need to
And
know
what's
what a
that?
360 deal is.
I mean, yeah, you should know. Well, you should know what deal that you're in. Period.
Yeah, he do need to know what kind of deal he's in. Luckily, he later on tweeted that he knew what a 360 deal was, but he didn't get to understand the term 360 deal.
Oh yeah. He did mention that.
I'm like, yeah,
Oh, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, we're actually talking about this show. Well, not a show. It's like a series that comes on YouTube with Complex. It's called Everyday Struggle, and it's Nadesco who's the mediator, and it's DJ Academics, which is a guy from YouTube that him blew up and still have yet to shout out and give a thank you for the people that gave him over 1 million followers, which I'm still waiting on, which I've said in previous videos that we have made. And Joe Budden, who is well, he says he's a retired rapper, but he's a rapper. And Little Yachty
he
was
said making music.
was huh?
So he's still making music. So how you retired?
I mean, yeah, he says he's retired, but and Little Yachty, who was the first guest on the show, and I'm sure a lot of y'all know who Lil Yachty is by now. I would think so, but yeah, he was a guest on the show, and it just went all bad. If you want to check it out, go to YouTube, type in "Complex Everyday Struggle," and you will know exactly what we're talking about if you seem lost in it. But in my opinion, yes, I think Joe Budden was a little bit too harsh on Lil Yachty. Like, man, you seen the way he got up, like from his feet and like leaned down on the table, like damn.
I mean, okay, ask yourself this. I got a question though. So in the during the argument, Joe Budden was saying, "Fuck Capital," but I'm not dissing QC, which Lil Yachty is under. So, is that necessarily still dissing the record label you were under by dissing the distributors and with Capitol Records? Because Capitol Records is the distributors, while QC or whatever, QC is basically that just create the artist, they build them up, they shape them up, etc., etc. You think that's still a diss towards the entire label, QC and Capitol?
I mean, I don't know, because that's kind of.
It's like this. It's like saying. It's like saying this. It's like Cash Money. Like, for example, Cash Money is under Universal. So if I say fuck Cash Money, is that the same thing saying fuck Universal too?
I mean, no, because Cash Money is a record label. Universal is just something that Cash Money is partnered with. I mean, you can say fuck Cash Money because of maybe Birdman or whoever else is, running that label, to kind of hold you on some business,
Yeah.
So you can still say, man, fuck Cash Money and be cool with Universal, because you really have no beef with Universal. It's just Cash Money who you have the beef with. You hate Cash Money. Either you hate Birdman or somebody else who runs Cash Money, and business had went bad and they just shut you out in the dark. You can say fuck them, but still have all the respect for Universal. So I guess it just depends on the situation.
That's how Lil Yachty was taking it as. He taking like, since you saying fuck Capitol Records, it's like, to him it's like QC is under Capitol Records. That means you're discrediting QC as well. So I feel some type of way about that. And I'm like, but I don't think I'm hearing what Lil Yachty is saying, but it's not like, no, it's not like that, man, dude. No, he's just saying fuck Capitol Records. He ain't saying fuck QC.
Yeah, I mean, but Joe Budden is against major labels, period. Like, I mean, he said that plenty of times, and he's let that shit be known plenty of times that he's not for the labels,
Yeah, with his shady.
So I mean, hey, Joe was always independent, though, right? If I'm not, because wasn't he with Def Jam?
He was with Def Jam for a hot minute, but if I'm correct, he's still under Shady Records.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah, he's still under Shady Records with Slaughterhouse and shit.
Yeah. I guess he just has bad experiences with labels. I mean, like he's mentioned back in his younger times, like when he was first popping, if he would have known the shit that he would have known now, he probably would have never went the whole label route, which is.
And that goes back to this. That's go back to this discussion. So it's like, again, he was just too hard on a guy who's necessarily just. I'm like, to me, I say this. It's like, for Joe Budden, it really didn't make sense for him to get riled up and hype up when the guy literally admitted, I don't take music that seriously. He openly admitted this shit.
Yeah, see, and that's what I don't like is because, you know, for you to say you don't take music that serious, that's kind of like a slap in the face to people that do take music serious, that are not getting the recognition that you're getting, and you don't take it serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
That's kind of like a slap in the face because you got good ass people out here that really have talent. Maybe, you know, they just haven't met that right person that could take them to the next step, or whatever the situation is. You know, maybe something just hasn't happened. Like the stars did not align up perfectly enough for them to get their shine, but they may be incredible artists. But then you got people that say, I don't take, you know, music serious, and you out here popping right now, like you like a household name, and you don't take it serious. That sounds like a fucking slap in the face. Like, how do you not take it serious? Like
I guess
not saying that you have to be passionate about music to make music, but dude, you out here making money over something that you don't take serious. If it wasn't for music, you wouldn't have, you know, that Target endorsement or that Sprite endorsement. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If it wasn't for music, you wouldn't even be known. So you have a lot to thank for music, because without music, like I just said, you wouldn't have these endorsements and that Old Navy sponsorship or whatever that shit is, that partnership or blah, 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 whatever he mentioned. But you wouldn't have none of that if it wasn't for the music first. So for you to say you don't take music serious is like a fucking slap in the face. It's like, what the fuck?
People endorse ignorant shit, so I can say
I
that.
mean, but don't you agree? Like, that's kind of like you have a lot to thank for music.
I do agree, because I do take music that seriously, and I want to necessarily do music. But at the same time, when it comes to Joe Budden, don't put your time and effort for a dude that literally just said that shit. Like it's like what's the point in getting mad? What's the point in necessarily getting upset? Okay, I'm wasting my time on a guy that's, you know, that's doing music, but he just right now is having a good time. He just dropping records. He's not trying to have a concept. He's not trying to be the greatest rapper of all time or anything like that. He ain't trying to, I don't want to say, you know, inspire people or not, because I don't know that's his motive or not. But why it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of your blood pressure. It's a waste of getting upset.
Blood pressure.
Yeah,
right.
like if you saw Joe Budden, his face was motherfucking red for no damn reason. It's no point. It's no point, man. It's like, okay, if that's the way you feel, then it's like I'm done with the fucking conversation. Because I'm passionate about this shit.
Joe is passionate about that stuff, so
yeah, I'm passionate about it.
He's gonna take it serious every time.
I get it, but I feel like why necessarily put your time and energy on a nigga that don't give a fuck, like, at all? I'm just making music just to make music. I'm just making music to make money. Basically, that's what Lil Yachty is doing. I'm making music to make money, and for him to say, and for him, to me, it's like for him to say, you know, I don't think I'm making the best music, but I think I'm making the best business, which I guess you're doing with these sponsorships. But then don't know what the term 360 deal. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
If I was Lil Yachty, luckily he said he got the best attorney. So I hope your attorney helped your ass out with this contract when you first signed it. I hope they looked at it real good. I hope they look at it real well, because if not, you will be looking up to people you will end up with in situations that fucking New Edition had to deal with, fucking TLC, and as well as that's the last group, one more group, NWA. So luckily he got the best attorney because he said that shit. So
yeah, he did say that.
But overall, I think Joe Budden was in the wrong. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying, and he make good points. But at the same time, the dude is 19. You can't expect him to know all this shit at age 19, especially when he just blowing up with this little fucking ass song. Like, hey, I'm just, oh man, I'm my shit is going viral. Oh, this shit going big. And then people just give you money. Here, we want you to work with us. Here, we want you to come do these ventures with us, etc., etc. Like, you're 19, so it's like, oh yeah, whatever helps me make more money.
I mean, yeah, and I would do the same thing now. So I mean, no matter what age I'm at, I mean, if I have an opportunity to, expand and, do something like that, and I like it and I want to do it, it's something that's in my barriers. Like, if it's something that I would like to do, I mean, yeah, I'll go ahead and, do it. So I don't blame Lil Yachty for, any of his endorsements, because, I mean, hey, if you want to do it and if it's within those boundaries, and if it's something that they not trying to make you do or something that you don't feel comfortable with doing, I mean, hey, you go ahead and do it. Like, I don't see why not.
Yeah, I agree. So
I mean, hey, shout out to Lil Yachty, and I just hope you don't get caught up in the 360 deal.
I think a lot of people in the next one term is like, oh, what is a 360 deal? And basically, a 360 deal is basically the company, the record label gives you like an upfront financial support, while in exchange they get the percentage of
whatever it is that you're doing, pretty much.
Yeah, by live performances, album sales, streaming.
Yeah, like they
sales,
pretty much eat off everything that you do.
Yeah. For some, it depends on the label and depends on the contract. You check on what percentage they get. So
yeah.
So moving on. Topic number 2.
Oh man, let's talk about some politics real quick.
Politics,
just for like a few minutes.
Okay.
I want to know how you feel about Trump's. Well, I know it's been past 100 days by now, but we haven't spoken in a while. So, how do you feel about Trump's 100 days? Well, his past 100 days in the White House. Like, what is your opinions on stuff that he's did? Stuff that he's gotten rid of, things that he wants to improve on. I mean, because I don't think he has done shit that's beneficial. Like, I mean, he got rid of Obamacare and he plans on replacing it. But I don't know with what. It could be better, could be worse.
That's my main problem. And people don't know, there was a big speech monologue that Jimmy Kimmel did.
Mm-hmm. I actually saw that yesterday.
Yeah, it was talking about what him and his family went through on the birth of his child and open heart surgery, and finding out that his child has a heart defect. And Republicans feel some type of way because they feel like Jimmy Kimmel is using his baby as an excuse or a crutch or whatever to, repeal or unappeal or whatever these costs that Donald Trump is trying to cut.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that the congressmen and women said fuck you. Matter of fact, just to say a double fuck you, we're gonna raise the budget to $2 billion, which I'll shout out to the congressmen and women for that. But and they didn't necessarily took out Obamacare yet. They trying to. They just recently just took out large portions of the Obamacare, but their motivation is really trying to, restructure and redo the whole Obamacare thing. And here's the thing. Here's the thing that confuses me. If you're trying so hard to get rid of Obamacare, what is the natural plan that you have? What plan that you have that is way better than Obamacare? Not one time you ever mentioned it. Not one time you saying, here, guys, I want to let the public know this is what we want to do with healthcare and insurance, et cetera, et cetera. You're not giving me any type of plan, any type of map, any type of blueprint, any shit. You just be trying to get rid of this Obamacare, but you got nothing to prove to me as the people what is necessarily a better plan than Obamacare.
Yeah, see, that's my thing is because if I'm gonna replace them, and mind you here, man, see, Obamacare has saved lives,
Yeah, it did.
Obamacare, it has been people that, and people protesters, people with cancer patients, and they wouldn't have got treatment if it wasn't for Obamacare. People have, man, like I just said, Obamacare has saved lives. People have benefited from Obamacare. People are alive today because of Obamacare. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't have that, they wouldn't have got what they needed, and they probably wouldn't be here right now. You know what I'm saying? So Obamacare has saved lives. So my thing is with that is that if you're gonna replace Obamacare with anything, it has to be better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to be better, but I want to know ahead of time before you try to appeal Obamacare. You did not tell us not one single thing of your plan that makes it better than Obamacare. You're not telling me anything. YouTube is trying to get rid of it.
Yeah. I got you, and I'm gonna get back to that real quick. But my point is to say that I'm gonna use an example, right?
Right.
All right. Now, let's say you have a car, right? You have a car. Cars need, cars have parts that need replacement, some often than others, right?
Right.
Okay, now let's say that you have an old set of tires on your car that are just bomb, no tread, can't do nothing with them, right?
Right.
You're going to replace those tires. And most likely you're going to replace them with either the same tires or probably some better ones. Because that's just what you do. You don't replace bad stuff. Bad stuff with more bad stuff, you know what I'm saying? Just to kind of cut corners and make it more cost efficient. I don't care how shitty my tires are. I'm not gonna go backwards and get even more shittier ones that's not gonna last me, more than 3 months. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I get it that he's trying to replace Obamacare and he's trying to maybe just do away with it all, but there has to be something better, because if it's not better, you're gonna look bad. Like I said, going back to the whole car situation. If you get whole new tires on your car that are worse than the ones that you had before, you moving backwards, because now you pretty much in the same spot. You ain't getting nowhere. Your tires are all kind of fucked up. They probably done got holes in them already because they so goddamn cheaply made. And you should have just went ahead and just got some maybe a little bit more expensive ones and some that are going to last. Overall, some that are better. So what is better than Obamacare that he had? That's what I want to know.
Exactly.
What is going to be better than Obamacare? Or what's going to be equal to Obamacare? How is it going to benefit the people like Obamacare did? Or how is it not going to benefit the people like Obamacare? Like, these are the questions that people I want to know, because when you get rid of something like Obamacare, like something like I just said has saved lives, I mean, people have used that to its advantage. And I would too if I was in a situation to where I had cancer or I had any other illness and Obamacare was my only option. I would use it too. So what the fuck is better? What is better? What is better? That's what I want to know. What is better than Obamacare that he has in store?
And also, one of the questions
That if it's
I'm
not better,
confused.
if it's not better, he's gonna look stupid. He's gonna look stupid if it's not better.
You know, look, I don't think it's more like him look stupid. It's not because he don't really matter. It's the people that really matter. Because the people are the ones that are gonna be affected by it. The people are gonna give a 2 cents if their nigga look stupid or not. These are the people's lives. This is people's health that he's putting on the line. And
I mean, yeah, but as the president, to take away something that has benefited people clearly, and to replace it with something that doesn't even hold up to it, you look stupid. You look like an idiot, and that is one more little tally of things that you done fucked up during your presidency. That's one more thing to add to the list. That's why we want to know these things. Like, what is he gonna do next? If you're gonna replace Obamacare with something, what is it gonna be replaced with? And give us details. You know, like, we want to know. Like, we don't want to go into this shit blindfolded. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So, I mean, these are just questions that we want to know.
Oh.
We just want to know.
One thing I don't understand, if you're necessarily think your plan is better, how is cutting the budget of National Institutes of Healthcare actually helping America? How's cutting the budget of research of scientists that's trying to research the cure for these diseases, actually helping America? That's what I do not also understand. How is cutting costs by $6 billion actually helping America of healthcare? These are necessarily the people that's actually trying to get kids, adults, even dogs, pets, whatever, actually better, and they use this money to research to find better medicines. That's actually finding the cure for these diseases that's not even treatable. And if you to cut that, I don't fucking understand that at all.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I don't know. You're telling me you're helping me, but how you helping me by cutting the budget? That's not helping.
Yeah, and another thing that he actually cut was I actually forgot the name of it, but it had to do with factories, right? And you know how factories like how they put out like all of that pollution and shit like up in the air.
Yeah.
Obama, when he was in office, he actually passed something that reduced that. Like, but basically, he made the air more. Well, he tried to. Well, I guess he did, but he made that into effect that reduced the amount of pollutant that goes in the air, which makes the air clean overall. Because if you have less toxic shit going in the air, it's overall better for us,
Right.
And Trump actually cut that. Shit, like I can't really go into detail with it because I will actually have to look it up to give you the actual facts about it.
Right.
But yeah, that was something else that when I read it, which was I want to say a few weeks ago, I was like, why the fuck did he cut that? That's actually helping us. Like reducing the amount of all of that shit that goes in the air from these factories are actually helping us, like everybody, like all over the world. Like it doesn't matter where the factories are. It doesn't matter if we live 10 feet from them or 10,000 miles from them. You know, like overall, cutting that is helping the air for longevity, and for you to reverse that and to say, nah, nigga, fuck all that. That's like what the fuck?
And the more and more he's in
But
office, the more and more I'm thinking like he is purposely trying to get out of office. It's like he's purposely trying to get out of the office. You cannot be this stupid. I'm sorry, you
I
just
mean,
cannot be stupid for making these decisions, making the decisions that you're making. It doesn't make sense.
okay,
No president is that stupid in making these type of motherfucking decisions. I don't understand that. You got to be purposely trying to get yourself out of
I found it.
office.
I found it. Okay. Trump signed executive order to roll back Obama's clean energy plans. Basically, he's undoing all that shit about clean energy and clean air. He's undoing that shit. Okay, now let me read something here. Trying to read something here. I'm trying to sum it up instead of read all this damn shit. But
I give him time, guys.
well, basically the title says it all. Let me read the title again. Trump signs executive order to roll back Obama's clean energy plan. Basically, that sums it up. I don't know why you would want to undo clean energy. Like, come on now. This is the world. Like, we want our kids to live here too. You know, like, what's going on?
And people are still backing up this dude. I don't understand the world anymore. People are still backing up for Donald Trump. People are literally backing up Donald Trump. Like, I don't fucking get it. How
I
people
mean,
can be so blind. I don't understand that.
I mean, he may have better plans. I don't know. I can't say that because we just don't know. Or he may not have any better plans. He may just be undoing a lot of shit that doesn't need to be undone just to undo it. And
it's like he's trying to unfix all what Obama fixed.
Yeah, and I don't see why, because Obama did a lot of good shit. I mean, not everything he did was, great, and not everything he didn't do everything that he promised, which is typical. I mean, you can't do everything that you say you want to do. You got to get approval first before you pretty much do anything. You have to get approval and then do it. So, I mean, I understand that he wasn't able to do everything, that he said he would do and promised that he would do. But he did do a lot of good stuff. And, for you to undo...
I think one of the reasons why he couldn't do as much as he wanted to do, other than getting this stuff approved, because he was trying to get out of the shit that we was in when we was under President Bush. That's what the majority of what he had to fucking do. And he did as much as he could with the 8 years he had. And now you got motherfucking Donald Trump trying to undo the shit that motherfucking helped America as much as we could. Much as he could and America could. It's just like, I don't know. I just don't know the world. I don't know. These people endorse this nigga of all the shit he have said, all the controversy, all the Russian conspiracies, and all the fucking grab him by the pussy shit. And peeing on.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah. And it's funny because Fox News is using that video as a seminar for sexual harassment, which is so funny because fucking Bill O'Reilly resigned, and one of the co-founders, I forgot his name, resigned too due to allegations of sexual harassment. So I don't get it. I just don't fucking get it with Donald Trump. But Fuck him. That's all I gotta say. Over the 100 days, he has done. He has done nothing. He just pissing more people off the more he is in office. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I mean, hey, I don't know. I mean, we'll just see how this year goes by and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, so still fuck
We'll
it.
see. So yeah, I guess. So I mean, moving on. Man. Funk Flex. Tupac shot himself?
I don't. Oh my God.
Tupac shot himself? And you say this 20 years later? Why?
Just to get attention. Just to get fucking attention.
Why? For what?
Just to get fucking attention.
It don't make sense.
Hey, Fabulous said the best. Fabulous said the best. You know, the root of all evil is not money anymore. The root of all motherfucking evil is fucking attention, nigga. The shit that people would say, the shit that people would do just to get fucking likes, attention, criticism. It's a new root of all evil. It's not money anymore. It's fucking attention. It's fucking attention. Why you think, you know, recently when you can go to necessarily Instagram, this is outside of Funk Flex. You can necessarily go to Instagram. I can go to fucking Instagram right now, and all these necessarily top tier thick models, they're now necessarily wearing outfits so I can see their titties.
Yeah.
How you recently see these outfits? No, I could recently see their titties. The shit that people would do for fucking attention babbles my motherfucking mind. And that goes to Funk Flex. He is saying this shit for motherfucking attention. For fucking attention. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. It's fucking attention. You would have said that shit 20 plus years ago, but you didn't. But you want to say it now. Why? Because you want the attention. You want to boost up your necessarily ratings of Hot 97 because you know he's getting his ass kicked by Power 105. So
you know, the Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
So the people, just people, fuck Flex will say any motherfucking thing just to get people riled the fuck up.
But I'm just saying, like, because, like, I know the whole Tupac and Biggie thing was fake, just because Biggie said it himself. You know, Biggie was in an interview, and they asked him about that, and he saw Tupac, and he saw him, like, one-on-one. At least I think that's what he said. I haven't seen this video in, like, a long-ass time, but he saw Tupac, and I'm assuming that it was like one-on-one, and he asked him, like, hey, man, what's the beef? And Tupac was like, yo, I'm trying to sell some records. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It ain't no real thing. I'm just trying to sell some records. Now, going back to Funk Flex to say that Tupac shot himself and then blame Biggie just to sell some records, I mean, because that's what it sounds like. He shot himself and created this whole beef blaming Biggie, saying that he was involved, or blah, 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 you know, just to do all it is. It just doesn't seem believable because Tupac was shot, 5 times at Quad Studios?
Yeah, even
like
one time in the head. I think like 5 times.
Yeah.
I think 5 times.
So he shot himself 1 time trying to get his gun, which is believable because when you don't wear holsters and you have your gun in your waistband and your finger is on a trigger, and if you don't have your safety on, it's very easy to reach into your pocket. I mean, not pocket. It's very easy to reach into your waistband where the gun is.
Yeah.
Pull that trigger, like in a state of panic, because like when somebody's coming after you, you panic, so you do things quick. So it's very easy to reach into your waistband, put your finger on the trigger, and accidentally pull it because you're in panic.
Yeah, but yeah,
it's very easy. Yeah,
but it's very unlikely
easy to
though.
do that. I mean, it's not. I mean, no, because it is, because when you don't wear holsters.
No, it's not.
Easy.
It's not unlikely for you to, not put the safety on. You pull it out your waist, you actually shot yourself. It's very unlikely because let's not forget
all the time.
Let's not forget. The news report has said that this dude was shot at least a good 5 times.
Yeah,
while being robbed.
What I was gonna make. Exactly, and that's what I was gonna make. I was gonna say that. I mean, it's very likely to shoot yourself, but who shot himself the other 4 times?
I don't get it.
Because Funk Flex said Pac shot himself. So, who shot himself the other 4 times? Unless he shot himself the other 4 times, which is unlikely.
If it is, it'll be very retarded. So,
if it is, this nigga is immortal then. Because if you can shoot yourself 4 more times and know exactly where you're going to shoot yourself to where you could, survive. And, he shot himself. I mean, well, not shot himself, but he was shot in the groin, too, I think. I don't know if it was an actual penis and stuff, but he was shot, in the groin area.
Yeah.
For you to do that to yourself, you must be dedicated. So, I don't think Pac shot himself. Because if he did, you can't shoot yourself fucking 4 times. Come on now. After the first shot, you'll be like, oh, fuck, I ain't doing this shit ever again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. To me, the only reason why people is mentioning Pac's name because the movie is coming out. That's the only reason why Pac name is being mentioned.
For Funk Flex to throw dirt on, you know what I'm saying?
Of course he's gonna throw dirt on Pac. That he's a New York nigga, so he don't give a fuck. He's a New York nigga through and through, so he will always and forever be loyal to fucking Biggie Smalls.
Tupac is from New York originally, but he moved to
he ain't
California
from New York. He was born in New York, but he was not from there.
Yes, he was from New York.
No, he was born in New York, man. There's a difference.
I mean, he was born in New York. It doesn't matter. He's still from New York. He was born in New York. He just happened to move to the West Coast and just be adapted to that. But he was born in New York.
Dude, so you can tell if you're telling me you can be born. So you, Davean, you can be born in France and get be born. No, you can be born in France and be raised in Houston. You can still say you from France.
I mean, I was born in France, but I moved to Houston, so that's all I know. But yes, I am originally from France. If I was born in France, which I'm not born in France.
I know you're not born in France. It's like an example.
Yeah. If I was born in France, yes, I would say yes.
I don't know about that.
If you ask me where am I from, I'm gonna say I was born in France, but when I was really young, or blah blah blah, I moved to Houston, and for X amount of years up until now. So that's all I know. That's all I know is Houston.
Yeah, so that's necessarily from you from, because that's how you necessarily raised. So that makes you where you from, because what city you was necessarily raised at, not because you born at a certain city.
Yeah, but still, Pop was born in New York. So I mean, folks like to have the respect for somebody that was born in New York, since he was born in New York, not to throw dirt on somebody's name, even if they are West Coast till they die. He was still born and raised in New York. I mean, not born and raised, but he was still born in New York, but he can't help where he's raised at. If his mom moved him to California when he was young, I don't think he had a say-so in that. If his mama said, nigga, we moving because I got something better out here, nigga, we gonna move, you know? I don't think he had a say-so in that. So to throw dirt on somebody's name, no matter where they from, is just...
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Especially when they dead.
I don't know.
I mean, but still, he was born in New York. So I mean, come on now. Like, I know they got some type of brotherhood out there.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I do agree with you that don't throw dirt on anybody's name, on Pac's name,
Well,
because
especially a dead man's name.
Especially a dead man's
he can't
name.
defend
It's
himself.
I agree with you on that. I don't know about the whole from and born and
I mean, well, that's up for discussion. We'll have to get some more heads in this. We'll have to get some more heads in this conversation and talk about that. But
yeah, but I don't know when it comes to Funk Flex. I don't know what the purpose is of him saying that.
Yeah, like,
I don't know why
purpose?
He said it.
To expose a dead man?
Expose
that
a dead
can't
man?
defend himself?
Exactly. Well, I'm going to scratch that. I know why he did it, but he shouldn't have to do it. There was no reason for him to say it.
Why did he do it?
Go back to what I said before. For motherfucking attention.
Well, man, attention only goes so far.
The root of all motherfucking evil now is attention, my nigga. I am telling you.
Attention only goes so far. I mean, yes, he talked about Tupac shooting himself, but next week, people just gonna call Funk Flex.
No, he already getting shit on right already. Like,
I mean, yeah, like, people gonna forget about it. People gonna be like, nigga, why would you bring up something that happened 20 years ago? Because I was reading the comments and people were saying the exact same thing that I just said. Why are you bringing up stuff 20 years ago? Why are you shitting on a dead man that can't defend himself? Why is this even a topic? Like, what is the motive? You know what I'm saying? Like, people were asking these questions and dissing him in the comments.
I'm not surprised.
So, I mean, just why? I mean, what?
The movie is coming out, man. That's really what it is. It's just the movies that's going to come out soon. It's about to break some records. It's about to be a classic.
Well, in the movie, I want to see Pac shoot himself and then blame Biggie like Funk Flex did, just so I can sleep better at night, because that just don't make no goddamn sense for him to fucking say that.
No, not at all. Not at all. Let me ask you something on the next topic, bro. The big topic question.
That's the ice cream, man.
Oh, you got ice cream?
And it is.
This nigga.
Why are they pulling up just down the street and just like with their music playing? No, there actually is a neighborhood right across the street. But oh, you keep on going.
Yeah, this nigga over here talking about ice cream, bro. You can know he didn't have ice cream in a while.
I haven't seen an ice cream truck since I have left. No, I haven't seen an ice cream truck since I have been down here. I not seen one ice cream truck.
Well, you do live in a hotel, so it's like.
I mean, yeah, but true. So
no ice cream truck really gonna go all the way to no hotel. Like, hey, y'all want some ice cream? Especially when it's like a dirty ass hotel.
I mean, no, this one is nice, nigga.
No, I know it's nice. I'm like, just in general. Like, it was like, say, if it's like a dirty ass hotel, motel, whatever. They're not gonna go there. After people just got through fucking and shit. So, hey. Hey, I know y'all tired for fucking all day. Do y'all want some ice cream to quench your thirst? But
man.
Next topic. Should Ja Rule fight this lawsuit or reach a settlement?
For that Fyre Fest, for the
Fyre Festival.
Well, actually for the Finesse Festival.
Finesse Festival, yeah. You can call it a Finesse Festival. Dude, do you see the food that it had?
They had
my
bread
God.
They had bread with some cheese slapped on it with what lettuce or tomato or something.
Bruh. Oh my fucking God. I would have been super pissed. Where's the meat at? What the fuck are you gonna do with that shit? That's what I understood. Like, okay, so you gave me 2 breads a slice of cheese, lettuce, tomato. Where the fuck is the meat at? What I'm about to what the fuck I'm about to do with this shit?
Bro, you can't do nothing with that. Nigga, they feed you better in jail.
Oh my fucking god, bro.
They
So
feed you better in jail.
uh,
And bro. And then the thing is, he set up tents. Did you see the tents?
yes, I seen the fucking tents. That's just wow.
Did you see the bro? That was supposed to be something that was supposed to be extravagant. Something that was supposed to be like one of the most talked about festivals, and it was not.
It was not at all.
That thing was supposed to be grand, nigga. The tickets were cost so much you would expect for that thing to be so damn amazing just by the cost of the tickets.
Yeah.
If people will pay 12 something for some tickets, man, that thing better be, oh my God, that better be so amazing. But no, they had fucking bread sandwiches, they had tents, and those guests that were on the list,
It wasn't even there.
I mean, some of them probably weren't even real, and the big ones, they probably wasn't going to show up.
Well, the artist that I know that said was supposed to perform was the Migos, Lil Yachty, Chance the Rapper, I think somebody in Good Music, etc., and none of them niggas showed up. Oh shit! And then Ja Rule basically tweeted out, I don't know his shit word for word, but basically he's saying, and this was confused me. He basically said, "I apologize to the people that paid for the ticket."
Apology is not even.
No. Let me get through it. Let me get through it though, because it's gonna babble your mind. He basically apologized for the people's experience at the festival, but then he want to go around and say, "I apologize for what y'all had to go through, but it wasn't my fault."
Nigga,
but I do take responsibility. Exactly. I don't get that. How you gonna? Yo, you continue.
Nigga, you set it up, or
you and the partner. You partners with this whole festival thing.
Yeah.
And you over here.
I'm sure he had a lot to do with the whole planning and the organization of it.
They said Ja Rule didn't do shit. He was just kicking back.
Oh, so basically, people did the work for him.
Basically.
Well, if that's the case, then he's a dumbass.
What confusing to me is like, how you necessarily gonna say, like I said before, I apologize to the people for what happened. I take responsibility, but it's not my fault. How you gonna take responsibility? You quote unquote is taking responsibility for something that's not your fault. That doesn't make any sense to me, which I don't understand. Unless somebody can school me, because I don't think how that's when you take responsibility. You know, you own up. Like, hey, this is a part of my fault. Me and my team are the reason why this happened. You don't necessarily just say I'm sorry, I take responsibility, but it's my fault. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It is your fault. You and whoever the fuck you partner with to start this whole fucking festival is all y'all motherfucking fault. You did not necessarily even do shit. People saying you were sitting in your ass all motherfucking day. You got people eating freaking a wish sandwich, wishing to have some motherfucking meat on them. Living in some fucking white ass tents. Short at that. What's the luxury? And this is motherfucking Bahamas, one of the most beautiful places to go on vacation, to spend time with your family, to have some quiet time with your wife, your girlfriend, whatever the fuck. And for you to tell me I'm taking responsibility but for something that's not my fault, it really babbles my mind. Ja Rule, you know you're a part of the problem. Ja Rule, you need to take responsibility. Ja Rule, you need to talk to your lawyers and find some type of settlement to try to avoid paying this $100 million lawsuit. So, Ja Rule, shut the fuck up.
Actually, I I believe there's gonna be one next year, and everybody that got tickets this year, they get to go for free next year. And it's supposed to be better next year, of course. It has to
I
be
ain't
better
going
next
to
year.
shit. If I was the intended, I want to bit a big giant middle finger to you before I went back home. Before I left that shit you call a festival, I would have had my right hand and my left hand, and as I'm leaving, I would have put up these two giant middle fingers and say, "Fuck y'all, I'm not coming back at all."
I mean, but they are supposed to be redoing it next year, and it's supposed to be way better.
Would you go?
So at least, hell no, I wouldn't go.
That's exactly my
After the
motherfucking
first
point.
one, I wouldn't go. Just after seeing how the first one turned out, I wouldn't even go to the second one, even if it was guaranteed, like on the Lord, to be fucking next to Coachella. I wouldn't even go. No, or better than Coachella, I wouldn't go. I don't care what you promise me is gonna be like. After seeing that bullshit, you really think I'm gonna want to go to the next year's one? No. I don't care what you promise me. My trust has been broken. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not.
Sorry.
You give my refund, I'm gonna be about my way. Be about my way. You be about yours. But at the end of the day, I will still get some type of money for this lackluster experience, making me pay $12,000 a ticket for this ish. Man, get out of here, man. Get out of
Some
here.
people pay $12,000 for a ticket.
$12,000 for a damn
as
ticket.
much as $12,000.
$12,000 ticket for this luxurious place. Maybe because the Bahamas, they were like, okay, we gotta charge them $12,000, man.
Man, what shit about that damn thing luxury, nigga, bro. And then again, I don't think anybody caught this, and I'm glad that I did. Now, you remember those cheese and bread sandwiches?
Yeah.
They were in to-go plates. I mean,
to-go plates. I seen that.
To-go boxes. Yes.
I seen that.
Like they weren't served on, some plates, like just to make it look like a little fancy. No, nigga, they went in to-go boxes.
To-go motherfucking boxes.
Oh my God, they went in to-go boxes, bro. Like, I noticed that. I was like, yo, now what you about to eat is not about to be anything grand when it's coming out of a to-go box. Nobody really serves grand things in a to-go box. When you hear something like, like shrimp and all that other fine dining stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's not in a to-go box. When you think of like expensive food in general, it's not in a to-go box.
When I think of, be honest with you, when I think of to-go boxes, I think of two things. The first to-go box is for the food that you couldn't finish eating at a restaurant and you want to get a to-go box for so you can finish it later at home. And the second to-go box to me is like to-go boxes where you get a 2, 3, 4, 5 to-go boxes from church. Doing evening service, so that's really two purposes when I think of to-go boxes. Yes. So
yeah, but do you catch my drift?
Yeah, I catch your drift.
You know what?
I catch your drift.
People listening, when you hear this hashtag to-go box, like that just doesn't make any damn sense.
Trend to-go box, guys.
To-go box. Nigga, it was in a to-go box. Nigga, you really think you about to get something spectacular out of a to-go box? Out of a to-go box? You really think you about to eat something spectacular out of a to-go box? No. With some cheese and some bread? Come on, bro. I'm done with this.
I want to see the people's fault I want to see the people. Not for. I want to see people's reaction to when how they. I want to see people's facial reaction when they got that to go plate. I really wanted to see that. I really wanted to see that
Yes,
shit. I would have been laughing my ass off.
yes, because bro, when somebody says that you're gonna get promised like an experience of a lifetime and it's time to eat and they bring out the cart stacked with fucking to-go boxes, the first thing that's going through my head is, nigga, what the fuck? You know?
Exactly, man. I would have been. That's just
To-go
the facial
boxes,
reactions.
like,
I'll be on the floor, man. I swear. I knew I would have been laughing my ass off. Just to see their face, like, really? To go box. Let's see what's on this to go box. 2 slices of bread, a cheese, and some lettuce and tomato. Oh my god, they got a mayonnaise
yes,
package. Oh my god, what?
lettuce, tomato, and
They got
it
some
was
mayo
lettuce,
condiments.
tomatoes, and I think it was a toothpick too, right?
Yeah, toothpick too.
To
Mm-hmm.
try to make it look a little more fancy, you stick the lettuce and the tomato like on the bread, try to make it look like, bro, I'm done talking about this. Ja Rule, you deserve to get sued. You deserve every dime that you've ever made in your whole life taken away from you
Not
because
just
you
Ja
tried.
Rule, but the other people, his other
Well,
partners,
Ja
just deserve
Rule,
just as much. Yeah,
the staff that was behind it, they deserve to get their asses handed to them because that's just not right.
yeah.
That's just not right.
Well, good luck to you, Ja Rule. You gonna need it on this lawsuit. Um, so next topic. In your honest opinion, do you think DMX will get clean now that he's checking himself into rehab?
Nope, because didn't he check himself into rehab before?
Yep,
Voluntarily?
yep.
I mean, he just needs to come to the conclusion that it's just nothing that rehab can fix because first he needs to figure out that he wants to truly be clean. Like, I don't think he wants to truly be clean. Like, maybe I'm going out on a limb saying this, and maybe it may sound bad, but if you really want to get clean, you probably would have been clean. It's been a long time. Like he's been battling drugs for a long time. And I get that some drugs are harder to kick than other drugs.
Yeah.
Like somebody with an alcohol problem, I mean, that's a little bit easier to kick than probably heroin or coke or maybe crack or whatever. It's a lot harder to kick. Not saying that he's doing these drugs, but that's a lot harder to kick. But like I think he has to truly in himself, like deep down, not saying that he has to do this because people are talking about him and they saying, oh, DMX is going down that path again. He's going down that road again. No, don't do it because people are mentioning you because they can clearly see that the problem has came back. Do it because you really want to get and stay clean.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know, don't
I agree.
don't don't do it because people are bringing you up because of the show that you did and you were kind of slurring in your speech and they knew you were off something and that you were clearly under the influence and people talking. So now you like, oh, I got to check myself in the rehab. People starting to talk. Like, no, do it because you really want to get and stay clean for the long run. Not even for the long run, forever. Do
Um,
it because of that.
did
Like, I
you
really feel like, huh?
saw the his performance at the Rough Riders reunion?
Yeah, like when he was going on, like, what, that 10-minute rant,
Yeah,
and you clearly knew that something was up because You know, he
That's
was
why
like
I
all over the
headlined,
place.
and that's why I headlined last week's podcast as "Just Another Day in the Life of DMX."
Oh
That's
yeah.
why
Quick side note, man. Yo, you have to start looking at these titles more because the title that you put on one of our podcasts, which was, let me find the damn name of it. You actually spelled that shit
I
all the
know.
way wrong.
It was supposed to be like that. That's the ignorance. Like my ignorance said, addition instead of addition. I
Oh
did that on
no,
purpose.
bro.
I did that on
When
purpose.
you spell something wrong, it looks like we just can't spell. I was like, yo, did he just spell this? What the hell? Like, I went back and changed that so damn quick. No, the ignorance is in the content, not the spelling. We're not illiterate. We're not stupid. We can spell and we can read. The ignorance is solely in the content, not our spelling.
Yeah, sorry guys,
Bro,
you don't get the joke. You don't get the joke, but
bro, I looked at that and I was like, what? Like, what? Did he really just spell this wrong? You spelled Tupac week. I don't know how you spelled it, man, but I changed that shit so damn quick.
how I mess up Tupac week?
Yeah, that was the one that I changed.
I thought it was a bonus
remember,
edition.
No, it was Tupac week.
Oh, I thought it was bonus edition because I spelled it with ABDITION. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's the whole stick. But okay.
Hold on, let me see. Where is the bonus edition?
It's supposed to say bonus addition. So
I don't even see the bonus edition. I see just another day for DMX. Is common sense common and can it be taught? Can Drake catch a break? I don't see bonus edition.
I guess I just uploaded to SoundCloud. That's probably the reason why. I didn't get a chance to upload to YouTube. So
I think you did upload. I mean, because I remember seeing it. Oh no.
But back to DMX though. That's
anyways, yeah.
That goes back to the title. It's just another day of DMX. How people had their necessarily concerned about DMX, that he wasn't all the way there, that you could tell he was under the influence, etc., etc. I'm like, guys, I'm not surprised about this shit. A lot of people should already knew what type of performance you were going to get for DMX. You were going to get the sober DMX, or you was going to get the under influence DMX, and you got under the influence DMX. That's just another day in the life of this dude, a guy that necessarily had an addiction, that people has tried to help him get rid of this addiction, but he either A, he tries, but then he end up relapsing, or B, people sticking their hand out like, hey, I want to help you. But he ended up like, nah, I'm good. I want to be an addict. I want to be on drugs because I like the shit. So I don't know if DMX is going to get clean just because he checked himself in the rehab, but I pray that he does, because he really is going to need it, because the more and more substance he's going to do, the more substance he uses and the more drugs he put more in his system, the more least likely and the sooner he necessarily will die. I'm surprised he did not die already. Just the fact that this man is still alive is crazy to me. But
I mean, yeah, because wasn't he found like passed out in like a parking lot?
Yep.
Like I don't know how long ago this was, but yeah, like he was like, damn, like we may lose DMX. Like, you know, DMX is a legend in the game, you know.
Yeah, I
fucking
agree.
Rough Riders. I mean, DMX has done a lot for hip hop, and to lose him over some drugs, like many other people, so many greats have died over, you know, drug overdoses or just drug addiction. Period.
Yeah.
You know, whether it was like hard drugs, or whether it was like addicted to like painkillers or something. Like, man, so many people have died because of just something that they just can't kick. and they end up having heart attacks because of this, and all of the shit that leads up to long-term drug use.
Yeah, I necessarily agree.
And it's sad because, I mean, you know, it's just sad. I mean,
All I can say is I really pray that DMX can fight his demons and try to get clean, because Lord knows he needs it. And I don't know how long and even if he does get clean, I don't know how long his body is going to last, based on all the necessarily drugs he has taken, and all the necessary drugs he put in his system. So
I mean, if he stops now, and you know, if he gets his body back, maybe start working out, you know, drinking like a lot of water, you know what I'm saying, like exercising, like, you know, like getting his body back into shape.
Yeah.
You know, like just like getting his body right, like in general, you know, just like doing right, like health wise. You know, maybe that will kind of reverse some of the effects of the drug use. Maybe it will.
Yeah, maybe. We don't know for sure, because we both not doctors, guys. So even the nigga that was doing push-ups on the performance one time, I remember he was doing this to the push-ups before he even performed live in front of everybody. Yeah, that was fucking funny. But yeah, so my heart goes out to DMX. I really don't want him to leave so soon, especially with all them kids he has. Lord have mercy. But
especially over some bullshit too.
Yeah. You
really want your kids to lose their father over some bullshit?
Yeah, I agree.
No. If I can prevent it, I don't want it to happen. Period. If you can prevent something, then you just have to stop. You know, because drug use you can prevent.
Yeah.
Me walking outside, like me walking outside, getting in my car and getting hit and my car flipping over and me dying, I can't prevent that. Stuff like that just happens. But, you know, drug use, you can prevent. So if you can prevent it, then there is a way that this can get better, because you can prevent it. Simple as that.
Yeah. I don't know. You want to do either of these two last ones? I'll let you choose. Do you want to talk about Rocco's situation or this interview?
I don't want to talk about that lame ass shit. Them niggas been going back and forth. That shit ain't important. Somebody wants money, somebody doesn't want to pay. That sounds so familiar. You hear it all the time. No big deal. They just need to kiss and make up, because they were friends at one point. Kiss, make up, Future, just pay him the money that he deserves, if he deserves it.
Well, technically, yeah.
Technically,
yeah. I mean, technically, that's. You talking about legal? You talking about the legal trouble? The Future did necessarily breach his contract when he signed to Epic Records. He did not finish the 6-album contract. Yeah, I do agree with you. I do agree with you. But
so
he's
Future
not.
Just pay and just fucking get it over with. It's not that hard. Especially when you probably have millions already. Just pay and get it over with. It's just that simple.
Yeah, that's true. It's easy for some people. It's not for some people. Sometimes artists wants the label to pay the person, not them.
Well, it's not the label's fault that you broke the damn contract unless they bought you out of your contract, which they bought you out, so they must have to pay him to buy you out.
They never bought him out. He's like, oh, yeah, I fuck with Epic Records. I'm going to sign to that, too.
I mean, no, I'm saying, like, if they did, then, yes, it will be on the label because they bought you out. But if you just left knowing that you couldn't leave because it's not in your contract clause, and clearly you'll be breaking the contract, then pay up. When you sign a contract and you know these stipulations, you got to abide by that contract or face the consequences that happens when you break a contract. Simple as that.
I agree.
So just pay up. Just pay up and then just get it over with.
Yeah,
I'm sure you got millions and millions and you be buying all this money on this activist, which is expensive as fuck, and all these other drugs, I'm sure you can pay Rocco his goddamn money. I'm sure you can.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can, but
side note here, we need a new logo, man, and I'm working on it, man.
you're working on what?
I'm working on a new logo, man. I'm tired of seeing this light bulb with these little basic ass words, man. It is time for something much more better, which is outside the box. And I've been working on some. It's not complete yet, but you go like it.
Okay. Cool.
You are gonna gravitate towards it. Not saying that this logo is not bad. I mean, honestly, bro, I actually liked a few more of the other ones, but I think if we could just make one badass one,
yeah, we'll get there, man. We'll get there. Last
I'm trying
topic.
to work on some.
I got you,
and
man.
I'll show you a little bit later when I'm done with it.
All right, cool. Last topic. Is OG Kool Keith, OG from New York, was interviewed and said, rappers has so many features, it makes it seems like the artist can't handle his own.
Exactly.
Let me finish the quote. He or she is not interesting enough to carry his or her own, so you have to flood them out with a bunch of features, and as soon as the features become the stars on their own album, you start thinking about the guest wrote the album. So my question to you is, do you feel rappers has too many features? If so, is it killing albums?
Yeah, I do feel like rappers have way too many features.
But do you think it's killing albums for being classics?
Is it killing it? In a way, yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on the artist. Because, I mean, when I listen to a certain artist, I know that when I hear that album, it's probably not going to be classic just because of that artist. Like, they don't really just make that music that I would consider, this is classic,
Can you think of necessarily an album that had a lot of features, but it was a classic?
That had a lot of features, but it was a classic.
I could say Drake's Take Care. It had a lot of features, and it was a classic amongst a lot of fans.
What features did Take Care have? It had that joint with Rihanna. It had that joint with The Weeknd.
Nicki, Drake, Stevie Wonder. Yeah, it had.
I mean, Stevie Wonder was on a harmonica. I mean, he wasn't actually like.
It's still a feature though.
I mean, yeah, still a feature, but that's a feature that you would want to have.
Yeah.
Now, like when your whole catalog consists of featuring the Future, featuring Migos, featuring Uzi, or featuring somebody else, like, and you only got like 2 songs by yourself, and they not even your best songs, then that's just fucking whack. That's why people were so surprised when J. Cole dropped that 2014 with no features and went platinum. Like, nigga, all he had was background singers, and those were his background singers that he's had for a while.
Yeah, quick question. Did For Your Eyes only had any features? I don't think that had features either.
No, they didn't have features either. But it did have a lot of live instrumentation, which I guess you would consider as features. Because, I mean, there's live instruments that artists have played on there, but nobody is actually rapping on the song besides him.
True.
The same thing with 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Nobody was rapping on the song besides him. He had background singers, but, I mean, that's common. I mean,
Yeah, I agree with
nobody else was spitting bars besides him. Same thing with Kendrick on his album. They're joining with Rihanna. I mean, she's singing on it. I mean, that's an exception. But
Yeah.
nobody else was spitting bars besides him. Nobody else spit bars besides him. He was the only that was solely him. No, nobody else spit a bar. That was all him.
So you do think it's necessarily features kills album, but with an
I mean, no, I'm
exception
not
of
saying that it
singers.
kills albums, but I'm not saying that it kills albums, but I mean,
Not to say okay. Let me
when
rephrase the question.
Mhm.
Is it killing albums from being classics? Being a classic album, does the features hold it back? Artists from
I
the album
mean,
being a classic.
yeah, but if you have like the classic features, that song is like timeless, then that only just helps it, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you get a feature from like Wu-Tang or like Method Man, you know, like if you get a feature of somebody like of that magnitude, then and if the song is good, then that will be considered a good ass song that only just adds to the value of the album. But if you just got these trap songs with like I said, like Uzi and like Future, like Migos and shit, not to diss any of them, but if your whole feature list consists of just that, then we're just doing that. I'm sorry, but you really ain't even doing that.
That's true. That's very true. I do think there's a lot of artists that does spill a lot of features in their albums. Do I think it's killing albums? No, not necessarily. Because there are very good features. There are necessarily good songs with features. But I can see why people OGs can say it kind of
Mm-hmm.
messes up the quality of the project from being necessarily classics, because back in the day it wasn't that many features back then. It's mostly just tracks by tracks, and when you see features such and such, people necessarily be shocked because you never thought these two artists would ever will work together at the same time. Not to say they don't fuck with each other, but they do fuck with each other, but actually be put in a song. But since it's so many features and for so many songs and so many hip hop artists or whatever, it loses features loses its entity or its value, than what it used to be.
Yeah, and that's true. I mean, because when I look at these fucking these albums, and if I just happen to see like 30 different features, I'm just like, man, I don't even want to hear this damn shit. But some features are interesting, you know.
Yeah.
Some are interesting, but do I want to just see feature after feature after feature? Fucking no, I don't.
Me either. I agree.
Sometimes I want to see you on a track by yourself. Oh, quick side note. I found the bonus edition, but I changed the name of it. Because I remember how we was talking about the that common sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I changed it. Is common sense common and can it be taught? With a question mark. Yeah, I changed it instead of this bonus edition.
Okay, cool. I got you.
I actually added a little title for it. Man, see, the thing about me is I got a thing for titles, man. Like naming the videos and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like instead of just leaving it like bonus edition, I was like, man, hell no, man. Common sense was the main topic, man. So what can be a good title for this little clip right here, this little bonus clip? I just came up with that.
I ain't even thought about it. So I have to think about it.
Think about what?
A title for this? I can't think about the title for this week's podcast. To be honest.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
We talked about a whole bunch of shit. I'm trying to think of what we talked more about.
I mean, because, see, I want to know if there's like a formula. You know, like, how do, like, the Brilliant Idiots name their podcast? And, like, how does the Read name their podcast? But, you know what I'm saying?
They basically just name that shit random shit. You know, they really don't care. Because people listen to it anyway.
Yeah.
They just put on random. They just really put on random shit. They really don't give a fuck about the title because they know they got a hardcore fan base that really loves what they do. They don't worry about what the title's name because it's like, oh, it's a new It's a new week of a new podcast. Let me listen to it. They don't really fans don't really care about the name. So.
I mean, but the name is kind of cool too, cause like when I'll be going down to Brilliant Idiots and I'll be looking at the title of their fucking videos, like one right here, the one that they did 3 weeks ago. It's called Red, White, and Fat. You know, it's kind of
right.
Kind of like get you, but then again, they when they do like the little segments, I mean not segments, but when they just put out like the videos, like individually,
we could
like
just put we really could just put the date, like the podcast name and the date.
Oh man, this ain't no damn vlog. Vloggers do that. They vlog number 115.
No, not the numbers, just the actual date of the podcast.
I mean, yeah, I know, but that's what like vloggers do. Like they fucking vlog episode 1 date, fucking May 4th, 2017.
Okay.
I mean, okay. See, like here's the thing, right?
All right.
Now, we do podcasts, which is like we're doing now, which is an hour and almost 30 minutes long. Now, this is going to be a certain name, but remember how when I wanted to talk about common sense, and that was just a little portion of something that wasn't even on the podcast, and we named that. Well, I named that as Common Sense Comment and Can It Be Talked? I mean, cause stuff like that is easy because when we have certain topics to talk about that we don't want to make into a podcast, that we just want to just that we just want to just toss out there, those are easier to name because we're talking about a certain thing. But when we have a podcast and when we talk about maybe 12 different things, it's kind of harder to name it because we really don't know what we're gonna name it because we talk about so many goddamn things, you know.
Exactly.
So, I mean, the thing is, I guess we'll have to both collectively come up with a name after we like get done with the podcast and after, you know, we've done recording. We'll have to just sit and then just think because that's gonna be the hardest part, coming up with the name. But when we're just talking about like a conversation, you know, like we did when we talked about fucking common sense, that's easy because we're talking about common sense. So, you know, we just name it something that got to do with common sense.
True, I agree.
But I mean, what is the shift of this podcast? Like, what was the shift between this? I mean, we talked about Trump. We talked about Ja Rule.
Let's ask ourselves this: what we mostly talked about? I feel like we mostly talked about Trump.
Oh, I think I just thought of something. Because you know how when we talked about Trump,
and
we talked about, you know, how he ain't really done nothing and how he basically like reversed a lot of shit that Obama has done. And you know how when we talked about artists doing all these features and shit. And what else did we talk about?
Ja Rule.
Oh yeah, we did talk about Ja Rule.
Talk about Lil Yachty and Joe Budden.
Oh yeah, we talked about how, Leah. I thought about a topic like what's really fucking the game up, like something like that. Cause like Trump is fucking the game up because his presidency, he's not really doing a lot of decent shit. These artists out here getting like 30 fucking features for a fucking album.
Right.
Lil Yachty is making music because he wants to. I mean, not passionate about it. He just doing it just to do it. What's fucking the game up? What's fucking the game up? What's really fucking the game up?
No, I like that title.
I think it fits perfectly for this. Like, what's really fucking the game up?
Yeah, that's a good title. I'll probably put this title on the this week podcast.
The Brilliant Idiots podcast. What's really fucking the game up? I think it sounds cool.
Yeah, but you said Brilliant Idiots though.
No, because I'm actually looking at their logo right now, so that was the first thing that came to my damn mind was the Brilliant Idiots. But the Enlightened podcast, what's really fucking the game up? Or just what's fucking the game up? Whichever one you prefer. What's really or what's fucking the game up? No, what's really fucking the game up? Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm going to stick with that. What's really fucking the game up in all capital letters? Nigga, we doing this. Nigga, we out here. It's your boy J.Burnside. It's your boy Dave. We in this thing. I don't know if we done yet, but
okay, so I just want to say this. The moral of the story is there is a lot of features on rappers' albums, but I don't think it's necessarily killing the albums as being classics. So, any final words, Davean?
Any final words? Trump, do better. Lil Yachty, get more inspiration behind this because you're going to last long if you're just doing it for the money or whatever you're doing it for. Future, just pay rock on and get it over with. Nigga, hug and kiss and make up. Nigga, not that hard. And Ja Rule, yes, Ja Rule. Ja Rule is Ja Rule. I can't say nothing about him.
That's true.
I think what we talked about is final for that man because he did his dirt, so he got what's coming to him.
Yeah.
Mark my words.
All I gotta say is live life, love life, be prepared because we don't know what's gonna happen. For all you book readers, whoever like reading books, make sure y'all get Charlamagne's new book. I think it's called Black Privilege.
Oh yeah. It's a New York Times bestseller too. Congrats.
Yeah, so congrats to Charlamagne the God. I'm not a book reader, so I'm not gonna read the book. So for all book readers,
I am.
Yeah, so you need to get you a copy. You already bought yourself a copy?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy myself a copy. I'm actually I'm gonna get I don't know what's that damn thing called. Not the audio, but
Audible. It's Audible? Oh, it's Kindle?
Yeah, like the electronic book.
Electronic.
Like
it's
the
more
actual,
like Kindle, yeah. Kindle or Amazon
like the Kindle thing.
book, yeah.
Yeah, but on the iPhone though, because you know how they got like a little bookstore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it from there.
Yeah, so
and I'm gonna read it on my phone.
Well, y'all just support Charlamagne's new book, man. A lot of people say it's good, so that's pretty much it. If you listen to this podcast, we're not done. I mean, we ain't done. We ain't dumb. We're not stupid. We're ignorant who happens to be enlightened about it. Because this is a
Very enlightened about it.
Peace out.
Peace out. Love y'all.